In the words of Father Dwight Longenecker, first we overlook evil, then we permit evil, then we legalize evil, then we promote evil, then we celebrate evil, then we persecute those who still call it evil. This perfectly encapsulates the progression of misguided priorities in our government. As we turn back the pages of history, we see a time when our government began to shift its focus. Essential sectors like healthcare, education, and infrastructure started to take a backseat to matters that were, in the grand scheme of things, of lesser importance. But what's more alarming is how we, the public, initially responded to these changes. We simply overlooked them, brushing them aside as inconsequential, little realizing the long-term impact they would have on our society. As the years rolled on, these misguided priorities became deeply entrenched in our societal fabric. We became so entwined with them that we gradually started accepting them as the norm. A norm that is far from ideal and one that we need to question. Fast forward to the present day, and these misplaced priorities have become deeply entrenched within our governmental systems. We find ourselves in a world where the welfare of the public often takes a back seat. Essential services are underfunded, and the resources that should be allocated for the betterment of society are often misused, leading to an alarming increase in societal inequities. At the same time, our planet is gasping for breath. The environment, our shared home, is being ravaged, and the urgency to address this issue is often sidelined by the pursuit of short-term economic gains. The economic divide, meanwhile, continues to widen, with wealth concentrated in the hands of a select few, while the majority grapples with financial insecurity. But in the midst of these challenges, a wave of public consciousness is rising. People are beginning to question, to challenge, to demand better. The consequences of these misplaced priorities are now glaringly obvious, and the public's discontent is growing. Now that we've examined the past and present of this issue, it's time to look toward the future. Imagine a government that prioritizes the welfare of its citizens, that values transparency, and holds itself accountable for its actions. To make this a reality, we need to rethink our approach. We need to foster a culture of civic participation, where every citizen feels empowered to contribute to policymaking. It's time for us to demand more transparency from our leaders, to insist on knowing where our tax dollars go, and to hold them accountable for their decisions. We must also encourage a more inclusive dialogue, where every voice is heard and every opinion is valued. This includes giving a platform to those who are often overlooked or marginalized. Remember, change doesn't come overnight. It is a process. It is a journey. The path to change might be challenging, but it is not unachievable. It starts with you becoming more informed and involved. Challenge the status quo. Demand better from your leaders. Together, we can steer our government back to the right path.